More than 40% of people over age 65 will spend some time in a care home at the end of their life. But with a few simple additions to your daily routine, it's possible to maintain your independence so you can avoid this from happening to you in the future. Losing independence can be caused by many different things, but a loss of strength, confidence, and mobility over time are huge factors. The thing is, these things don't just disappear overnight. It's a slow, gradual decline for most people. But with a few simple steps, it's possible to stop this from happening. For this, I like to use a technique called exercise snacks to keep my patients healthy for life. And exercise snacks are short bursts of exercise done at tiny intervals throughout the day whenever you get 30 seconds of dead time. Times like when you're stood brushing your teeth, or when you're waiting for something to cook on the stove, or even when you're on hold on the phone, are brilliant opportunities to do a short 30-second set of exercise. And these are the ones I give to my patients to keep them strong, independent, and out of a care home. So I'm going to show you them now, but before I do, I just need to make you aware they're not suitable for everyone, and please do avoid the ones that cause you pain. The first exercise snack that can help to keep you out of a care home is the heel raise. And I love this exercise because it strengthens the calves, which is so important for people over the age of 65 because they are responsible for about 70% of your forward propulsion when you walk. And if they become weak, you walk more slowly, and slow walking has been associated with a higher risk of falls. So I don't want that to happen to you. This little exercise, done little and often throughout the day, can help you to avoid it. It's super simple. All you need for this is a wall or a worktop, something to put your hands on, and I'm going to show you a couple of variations. The first and simplest variation is this, just the heel raise on flat, going from standing to up on tiptoes and then slowly back down. And when you do it, you want to go probably 2 seconds up and then 3 seconds down. So we're always a little bit slower on that downward phase than we are on the upward phase. And when you're doing this exercise as an exercise snack, you really just want to keep going until you start to get some fatigue in this muscle here. Don't worry too much about counting reps. And you want to hit that fatigue ideally within about 30 seconds. You don't want to be there for 5 minutes doing heel raises just to feel it. And if that is you and it's too easy and you can't feel anything after 30 seconds, you need to make it tougher. So this is what you could try. So instead of going up with 2 and down with 2, you can go up with 2, take 1 away, and then down with just the 1. And then again, up with 2, take 1 away, down with 1. Obviously now we're getting a much bigger workout just on one side, but you're going to start to feel it working in that muscle a bit quicker, and it might be more time efficient for you. Obviously then you'd have to do the same thing, but go up on 2, take the left 1 away, and down just with the right. But if that's too easy for you and you can do way more than 30 seconds worth without any trouble, do the whole thing just on one leg. So isolate one side, up on 1, and then all the way down on 1, really slow on the way down, up, and then back down, up, and then back down. And look, if that's too easy for you, first of all, congratulations, because that means you're probably way ahead of most people, but you probably need to make it harder again. And with that, you can use a weight. So if you find something you can hold onto, hold onto it on the same side that you're going to be working, and then you can go up and back down like this. We basically just want to do something that's going to fatigue that target muscle within that 30-second gap that you've got. You can do it when you're brushing your teeth, you can do it when you're waiting for the kettle to boil, you can do it any time of the day. Come back to it frequently and it will really look after you later in life. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you're finding it helpful and you want more help in staying mobile and independent for many years to come, the best thing to do is to check out my lifelong mobility program. It's got tons of exercise routines that you can follow along with me in real time, and you can find details of it in the description box below the video. The next exercise snack that can help to keep you out of a care home is anything that improves your balance. And falls, particularly falls that lead to a fracture, are one of the biggest causes of people losing their independence and going into a care home. Again, I don't want that to happen to you, so this, done little and often, can really help. So what I'd recommend for this is, first of all, find somewhere safe to do these exercises. And the safest thing you can do is find something called a safety corner, which is basically 2 corners of the wall that meet at 90 degrees. And you can stand in it like this, so that even if you wobble as you're practicing your balance, all that will happen is your shoulders will touch the wall and you'll be able to correct yourself. You can even put a chair in front of you for added support if you're very nervous on your feet. But once you've found somewhere that you can practice these, doing little and often balance practice can make a massive difference. And here is how I would have you start. The first thing we want to do is something called close stance balance, which is basically standing with your feet touching like this, as close as they can, and seeing if you can maintain your balance for 30 seconds. For most people watching, that's going to be just about okay. For some people, that's going to be really tough. And if it is tough, this is what you should stick with. If that's very easy for you, the next thing you could try is this, a tandem balance, where you put one foot in front of the other like this. You've really narrowed your base of support. You should feel your feet and ankles having to work like mad to keep you upright. And again, see if you can maintain that for 30 seconds. If that's too easy for you, you could progress onto single leg stands, which is where you take one foot off the floor completely and see if you can balance for 30 seconds. This works really well when brushing teeth or when you're on hold to someone on the phone. And this was the old Michael Mosley trick, wasn't it? Just do a single leg stand for 30 seconds while brushing your teeth each day, and it makes a huge difference. But again, if this is too easy for you, one way you can make it tougher is by adding in little reaches. So pretend you've got a couple of spots around you like this in the air, and you're going to try and reach out and touch those spots without losing your balance. And obviously what we're doing here is moving your center of gravity outside your body, which means that your feet and your proprioceptors and your joints are having to work doubly as hard to keep you maintained. So 30 seconds worth of work done 2 or 3 times a day can make a massive difference to your balance. And if you're enjoying this video so far, do hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our next one. It's totally free and it just helps the channel to grow as well. So thank you very much if you do that. The final exercise snack that you can do that will keep you out of a care home is any variation of the squat. And the squat is such a good exercise because it strengthens the key muscles in your legs that keep you mobile and independent, like your quads and your glutes. And you can do any kind of squat for benefit, just whichever one suits you best. I'm going to show you 3 variations right now. Hopefully you'll be able to do at least one of these, even if you've got bad knees or bad hips. Hopefully one of these is doable for you. And if it causes you pain to do a full movement, just try half the movement first until the symptoms start to improve. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the mini squat. And this is perfect for people who are just getting started. They're not really confident on their feet and they want something they can easily do whenever they get a moment. So you can do this exercise by holding onto the back of a chair or a worktop or a wall. And all you're going to do is stand with your feet about shoulder width apart, stand up nice and tall, stick your bottom out and bend your knees, sink down 6 to 8 inches, and then come back up. As simple as that. So it's just the first part of a squatting movement. And even if you find that squats are normally quite painful, if you do this technique where you stick your bottom out and bend your knees, quite often it becomes not painful because your technique is better. You're not trying to sink right down to the floor. And the error people make is they often try and do it like this, where they don't stick their bottom out at all. Now that's not very good because you're not going to get any further than this because your heels can't lift up. Otherwise you'd end up doing something like this, which is all kinds of wrong. So what we want to do instead is keep you up like this, stick your bottom out, bend your knees like that, and that should be a much more comfortable squat for most people. Now, if that's very, very easy, but you still want something that you can do that will build strength without you having to find any kit, try the single leg dip instead. And this is a different variation of a squat because it's just done on one leg. But for many people, this can be totally comfortable, even though it looks hard. So what you're going to do here is stand just on one leg, holding on to something again, start tall, and then exactly the same thing. You're going to stick your bottom out and bend your knee. You want your knee to travel directly over your toes and then come back up like this. Then we're going to come down and back up. And again, we want that 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, 3, down, 1, 2, up. And 30 seconds worth of that on each leg. You are going to feel that working at the end of it. and you should feel it in your glutes and in your quads. So both of those areas are great to build strength in just whenever you get a moment. Now, if those are very easy for you, you could try the sit to stand. And I like to give this to people to do when they're getting up from the dining room chair or when they've been watching TV for a bit. You can do a few repetitions, just every little and often, and every little does help with this exercise. So what you're going to do here for this one is position yourself facing away from your chair. You stick your bottom out and bend your knees to sit down, and then you come straight back up. And all you need to do is do 5 of these before you get going. So if you're just about to get up and walk away, do 5, then you go and walk away. And over time, that adds up massively to build strength in your legs and keep you independent. So I hope that video has been useful. If it has, please do drop a comment below and let us know which one of these exercise snacks you're going to have a go at this week. There's another video on the screen right now that will help you build even more strength and stay independent for life. And I look forward to seeing you again on the next video.